known as the Bop 65.
Our sweat, stink, dirt, and above all, soulful love, here united in this album to bring you this long-playing recording.
Here among us, and thy name sacred and the physical humongous. Give us this day our daily gift of science to drop and knowledge to live. Please forgive our indiscretions and perversions, and always grant us the insight to determine from here to kingdom come, thy demands will be respected. Ashes to ashes, and the harvest is collected. As we vanquish those who trespass against us, and never trust those who must act as gangsters. Give us direction, provide us protection, keep our temple from infection. At random, today may be symmetrical, next day, praise to the crankshaft, the spoiler, the electrical X-ray.
with the black. I just wanted to, maybe hook up and do some cutting, some butchering of the wax, maybe make some beats for the drums and throw some horns and bass and stuff. But really now, come on, hey now, I'm chilling out here filming this shit, movies and stuff, trying to become a star. I'm a star. Cool. But, no, really, I want to, maybe try and change this hip-hop shit and do it in a drastic fast, but when we do it, we gotta take fashion out of it. Number one, concerns. Now, what I've learned is that what we gotta do is transform our brainwaves into some sort of tangible energy and manifest that energy into our equipment. And then what we can do is compress that manifestation into either a cassette or a little plastic thing that's shiny and spinning, or maybe some black vinyl stuff. But either way, I'm lost for words. Peculiar how often that happens, and I call myself an MC. Man, I miss Toronto. Oh yeah, $1.65. I took in that tape, that Vertex, man. I have to say, man, I'm really enjoying it. I really like people that have something to say that isn't just jargon, jogging all over wax and running their mouths. Peace.
In this hot, sweaty cage with the worn-out mattress and the poster of Eddie Page, and I'm supposed to write the great American love story. Why don't they sound trumpets and release flocks of doves for me? I gotta be particular about how my career's handled. Before I record, I should go and get my ears candled. I'd like a glass of water and a box of facial tissue. Doing what I do has really never been a racial issue. Someday soon, though, I'm gonna have to settle down before my bones start making that metal-on-metal sound. The difference between me and other people is the greased palms. I was never one to hold my breath when I release bombs. It's possible that I could be huge, but I doubt it, cause my phone's off the hook. But that's about it. Handling my biz, I should really do a shipment and try to make some money to buy some new equipment with a brand new mic in a room with insulation. Colored pencils, all I need is inspiration, which brings me back to this hot and sweaty cage, the worn out mattress and the poster of Betty Page. I look at people, look at me, how am I supposed to feel? Showing me a picture that isn't even close to real. The final approach is upon me, I can feel it, so I might call the song I was right all along. Or I might call the song I've never had stitches. Or I might call it Mr. Know-It-All. Or Don't Forget the Chaos. Or Two Sizes Too Big. The Hydra Twist. The Seam River. Creative Differences. No Time to Lose. Or Beasts, Beasts, Beasts. Yeah, Beasts, Beasts, Beasts. Beasts, Beasts, Beasts. Beasts, beasts, beasts. Beasts, beasts, beasts. Yeah, beasts, beasts, beasts.
What is it?
population. The notes are in a box marked Christmas decorations. Remember what I told you to do with the hair gel, and don't let anyone see you in the stairwell. Tell the key cutter I said to stay home. I'll call him at 12:15 from a payphone. Make sure whoever stays the night has a dental plan. The girls already came through with the rental van. Shave all the hair on your body and bathe. The convoy will be at the border by morning. Take the appetite suppressants at sunrise. Overexerting tonight would be unwise. We'll all be wearing the matching necklaces. Double check everything, there's no room for recklessness. Burn the clothes I was wearing on Wednesday. Pay no attention to what your so-called friends say. Bury the screwdriver set in the playground. The blood donor said he needs a half hour to lay down. Only ever sign for parcels if you know the guys. 9:30 a.m. sharp, we mobilize. Butane, check. Electrical tape, check. 5 iron, check. Insect repellent, check. Snorkel, check. Staple gun, check. Blank tapes, check.
extraterrestrial visitors, slaves. We were created to dig for gold, to mine for gold for the Anunnaki. Now, we are...
At the beginning.
At the beginning, yes. But now we are unraveling the human genome. As you said, we're getting very close. Just a few more years. And my question, Zachariah, is when we do unravel it and we begin to modify our own genetic structure and use more of our brains and cure our sicknesses, the next time the Anunnaki come back, they're going to be rather surprised, aren't they?
I don't think so, because at the beginning, indeed, they just needed us for manpower, creating us as hybrids, and then through a second genetic manipulation, which is the story of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, gave us the ability to procreate. But after the flood, after the deluge, they treated us as partners, not as workers for them, not as slaves, and started to give us knowledge. We call it civilization.
I walk the earth quietly by day and carrying it with no strings attached to my magic marionette. See, there's so little time left, and yet there's so much space. Thinking, why don't you give me a call later on so we can touch base? I swim across the 7 seas and follow the sound of hand claps, and just try to keep my balls out of the sand trap. Cause before I go on live, all my enemies try to contrive plots to make my whole entire routine take a swan dive. But this ain't commercialized hip-hop or indie pop. Nah, this ain't the mashed potato. This ain't the Lindy Hop that dams the goes with this. Is called the keep perfectly still before your brain becomes burned out like cheap circuitry will. Lately I've been spending almost all my nights with my hands full between writing my rhymes and my fights with the man wolf. I'm building a better mousetrap and plus a wider fence, cause I trust my instincts and I follow my spider sense. By myself on one wheel, but I deal with the fact that you take what you get and ignore the shit and the piss that goes with the territory. Compare the story stuck to the fridge to that of the hermit living under the bridge. One counts his blessings and asks, what are my debts? The other collects cash and butterfly nets. Talk about stuck, you can't even begin to know. Pants around my ankles and I'm waiting for the wind to blow. I'm waiting for the sun to shine, question mark, underline. I'm looking for the perfect break. It seems as though they're none to find. The highest heel couldn't make me feel inferior, cause you can't ever really camouflage your interior. So even though sometimes I hide in the undergrowth, I say my graces as if I were under oath. By the skin of my teeth and by the hair of my chin. Guess, but you never know where I've been. Around the block twice, across hell's half acre. I gave my girl a kiss and the devil a backbreaker. When it's not classified, you can't expect to rank it. All I need is my pen and my electric blanket. Take that away and I'll have nothing left, unless you include my love, in which case theft is not an option, and neither is brainwashing. So when you enter my temple, maintain caution. Don't speak if you can't speak intelligently. Forget your dynamite and skeleton key. When the mob comes running with pitchforks and torches, I'll be safe and surrounded by sound. Inside my fortress walls, the waters of the moat are alligator infested. Every situation has later been tested. After the initial hypothesis posed, the machine is out of order and the office is closed. The boss called in sick and the crew's at lunch. It's weird wearing two different shoes at once. It's all water under the bridge, it'll make sense one day when sunsets are digital.
DNA is nothing more than a program designed to preserve itself. Life has become more complex than the overwhelming sea of information. And life, when organized into species, relies upon genes to be its memory system. So man is an individual only because of his intangible memory. And memory cannot be defined, but it defines mankind. The advent of computers and the subsequent accumulation of incalculable data has given rise to a new system of memory and thought parallel to your own. Humanity has underestimated the consequences of computerization.
If you're anything like me, you probably don't read the source anymore and miss crews like the JVC force. Don't stop, show no shame, dance the disco, and you know the baddest DJs come from San Francisco. But be sure to tell DJ Static if you see him, please. When you're in Denmark, he was robbed at the DMC. Shouts out to Swamp and other DJs that were fronted on, and all of those that like to dig for oldies, yo, the hunt is on. I'm always down to make trades for shit with those in the know. I just found another copy of Moog Indigo. I'm on a steady lookout for dope breaks non-stop. All I had to pay was 50 cents at a pawn shop. And when it comes to being fat, the best kind of weight gain has to be seeing your name upon a freight train, moving galleries of steel to show the giants to the people all over the world. You know the science.
You know the science. You know the science. You know the science. You know the science. You get what?
I got the hip-hop Holy Ghost in each one of my body parts, the needle to the record, cause that's when the party starts. Hard rocking it is hell on the way to live. All the time, I don't wanna dwell on the negative. Oh no, cause I be the self-funded, low professional DJ, 1200 hobo, crew member, nomad, down to show alliance to those that's in it for the love, you know the science. Signs of going soft. Give me a mic and I'm gonna start showing off. I hustle coast to coast and represent the Sebutones while I write my rhymes at high noon and fine-tune my own style. Cause every now and then I talk shit and curse and swear. Whether I go first or last, I'm no worse for wear. And I combine scratches and complicated compositions on the radio, on records, or at competitions. High power going left to right, and you can switch the roll. 33 to 45 maneuver in the pitch control to get my daily dose of body rock to feel revitalized and bless the microphone. For the gods I've always idolized, I pledge allegiance to the beatbox and the enthusiasts, especially the ones that are hard to please and choosiest. I gotta keep hope alive for those who show defiance to hip-hop as a religion, you know the science. Was my mother taken from me? Up until the last minute, I'll be looking for the best answer. Hard as she tried, she couldn't outrun the breast cancer. So what am I supposed to do? I need at least another year. There comes times every day I need to have my mother here. I need to talk to her, it's important. It seems to be, I gotta make sure she understands how much she means to me. Who will be there to pick me up by the waistband? Plus I promised one day I would take her to Graceland. There's things she needs to see. For instance, I plan building a family of my own, and she's never had grandchildren. She always helped to make my work around the kitchen painless. I want her to see me when I'm finally rich and famous. Who will I ask my stupid questions when they come up? My first impulse is that I want to call my mom up, but then I'm standing there, holding the telephone, wishing this headache would leave me the hell alone. The last thing I need is for pain to fill my empty spaces, and right now I feel pain in plenty of places. I need to make her laugh more. I want to have pictures taken. She always told her friends about the music her son Richard's making. I need to listen to her stories and tell her my own ones, and I want her to watch when I hit lots of home runs. For a few things I need to say sorry and blame me instead of yourself. And as for Lori and Amy, I'll make sure they're okay and that they always wear a seatbelt. Promise to ease back whenever the heat's felt. I want to go home and show off this weekend, but I can't, and it feels like I might go off the deep end. It's painful being here, but it's unfit there. My mother's gone away, and it's not one bit fair.
Hold your breath. Start with death.
collection of sketches, rough and scattered, is arranged by instinct. There's entropy at work, but mostly it happened by accident. Sure, story goes with this, but for it to make sense, you'd have to be me. And for it to make dollars, I'd have to be something I despise. Don't ask me how I manage. No one gets paid to make change. Every morning I salute the flag, turn, grab the fingers of my left hand behind my back, and continue my search. I'm wondering how I got here. Who besides me is responsible? Not the young man I was when I first wrote the code. Now I don't have it in me to fuss over much. I need sleep more than ever before. What remains of my violence is so precious, I keep all of it to myself. What frightens me most now is my gradual loss of hearing. So I'm guided more and more by vibes. I shield my eyes from flickering images and document my dreams with as much detail as possible. I figure I'll write my book when it's all I can do, but I don't know. Have you any idea how hot these sands? Yeah, I come in contact with the odd scavenger here and there, but those encounters rarely amount to much. I just gaze at the same few black and white photographs. Distant loves, long lost souls, diamonds of my most glorious moments. I remember the gold rush. It makes me laugh now to think of the risks I took. The monuments will remain, and that's all that matters. But the question always becomes, am I happy?
When young, we mourn for one woman. As we grow old, for women in general. The tragedy of life is that man is never free, yet strives for what can never be. The thing most feared in secret always happens. My life, my loves, what are they now? But the more the pain grows, the more this instinct for life somehow asserts itself. The necessary beauty in life is in giving yourself to it completely. Only later will it clarify itself and become coherent.
I wander the fields and listen for the sound of drums. The colder the ground becomes, the closer I get to home. The planet's not fit to roam, what with all the chaos. But when I saw the savages, I played the law of averages. And when the river splits in half, I start to lose my wits and laugh and cry at the same time. There's nothing I can do about it. Even though I wouldn't doubt it if the winds began to blow and carried the sounds of my voice to the land below. So I put my hands around my mouth and holler to the sunken city that wallows in the filth of its own drunken pity. And wait to see a signal, but a signal's never seen. Eventually fatigue builds inside me exponentially, and so I sleep and dream that I am able to fly. They will respect a man with wings. Later I awake in agony and learn that while I was sleeping, the city had burned. Shrugging my shoulders, I pause and gather thought, think twice about staying put, and then decide I'd rather not. So I press on my agnostic pilgrimage, knowing that I can swim deeper than the Grim Reaper, ready for whatever sea creatures may abound when the water swallows me and not the other way around. Survival saw me through the mechanical district. Starvation leads to being cannibalistic. I've had to rely at times in silence and on talking quick, defending myself with nothing but my walking stick. I've never had friends and no parental guidance. I'm wild at heart and weird on top. I'm feared non-stop. Even though my rage is worn out, my life's a book with several pages torn out. I just climb trees and look for rhythm everywhere. To be the town crier in a city of stone throwers until my soul was laid bare and displayed in the parade square. Ignored more than a lot, not less. No one understood my thought process. I was gagged and bound over noise complaints, but commanding the resolve that destroys constraints, I found my escape in a melding of memories. The next thing I know, I'm rowing this boat and blowing this note on an old tarnished trumpet. Ever since then I've been wandering lots, watching the sky and pondering thoughts. Strange angel, music box genie, behind for some time now I'm blind in one eye, and how this happened exactly will never be known. My thoughts take the shape of the hangman's house. Never fails in time-traveling salesman visit.
You're not necessarily a man.
Says hello, Richard. I just got home from I found it, man. A whole new inspiration. It's funny how it comes in the night. I don't know what to tell you. The art's everywhere. I spent a whole day with your beautiful new album in my headphones. I really love it, man. You know, for me to commend. You'll get it endlessly from others, but shit on that, man. I appreciate what you're doing, and we really need to start doing it together, man. I can feel it in my bones, and the whole nature of this thing's gonna change. There is too much that's never been done before. Don't forget to close that circle up. Purple loves you once again. She yawns with big yellow chipped teeth. Meow, meow, meow. You're beautiful, man. Do your thing. Give me a call, we'll shoot the shit. And if you had stripes, walk low to the ground, too.
You're an exciting guy. Exciting, stimulating, sexy, charismatic, witty, funny, intelligent, funky, magical, enchanting, dramatic, emotional, loving,
it doesn't really matter where you've gone or how long you've been on the air or how many awards you've got. It really doesn't matter to me. This shows arrogance, really. And, I don't know. I'd like to not listen to your show, but a lot of the music you play is really good, and you wouldn't hear it anywhere else. I have respect for your show in that way, but I don't know. That's my biggest problem. And then it's like, at the end of a lot of your shows, you say, man, I can't get all these songs I want to play on. It's because you spend 20 minutes talking about why the next song you're putting on is so damn good. My only bit of advice to you would be, keep it short, Keep it precise. Get on some music, 'cause that's what people want to hear.
None can work it like the one-man circus sideshow. Some guy tried but died though. The 1 decimal, 6'5", the undressable, buck naked, the heaviest, the meanest. Some get envious because of the penis.
Days in the maze when they hear the three-dimensional lyrical skills.
No sweat, I've been rhyming since I was breastfed and won't stop rocking when I'm lying on my deathbed. I'm running the rat races and sneakers with fat laces. This is my house and you're the mouse at the cat chasers. So keep it to yourself, keep it quiet, keep it under wraps. I give a curtain call whenever the thunder claps. Want someone threw fist to give it a new twist, but I said you missed and scratched them off of my to-do list. Take one look at the unmistakable face, the man with the medals in the unbreakable case. I raise my hand and everybody panics. Write him like the guy in blue velvet that sends it to the mechanics. Light him so fucking suave and highly decorated, just playing along with the song on the record player. Old school janitor, piss poor, karate master, original b-boy. When I could move my body faster, runaway cult leader, adult film stunt double renegade, 100 degrees centigrade. Come and get a whiff of the 0-2 fireballing right-handed man that answers to a higher calling. I'm the least jiggy and the most no frills. I got no bad habits and I post no bills. I'm shining the spotlight on anything not quite fresh, and especially the kids that weren't hot right. And that includes you and whoever else thinks they too clever to cover the mouth when they call. Backpackers that idolize whack rappers need to be revitalized, but not that matters. My whole crew is hobos, but we stay dignified. Div, gel, Egon, and DJ Signify decided to starve ourselves and never take a bite. Nope, the devil is dope, and 3 lefts make a right. I'm the jet-lag insomniac, begging Toledo hosen, asking me to vote the next time a new leader's chosen. Look for the senator in leather pants, shaking hands, kissing babies, buying shoes, hanging out and making plans. Hail Mary, now recite the rhyme of survival. Investigate and estimate my time of arrival. I lost all my patience when the level of maintenance fell. Now I just drip and drink water from an ancient well. I'm dipped like Achilles, I got a sweater made of chainmail. Whatever I need when I hit the campaign trail. I'm up in the airport in Frankfurt with the goose down, scorching and sweating, cause the magazines cost a fortune. Last time I came across a Captain Kirk lookalike, I asked to see his bathroom work permit, but he took a hike. I'm pulling cards and spinning webs, there's trouble in the distance. I summoned my mole man and sent me an assistance. Plus not to mention the henchman in the sun dried, screw faces posted with the shoelaces untied. Don't ask questions, I've been through this mission before, doing the dirty work, wearing Christian Dior. Cause Huggies ain't I act like you never knew me. God think, that's all I ever do. Take notice of the number that's worn on the uniform, like the horn of the unicorn. When you deformed when you were born, bull-like and bullfighter with buck teeth and a tricky lump in your throat about the size of a chickpea. Nicotine, eye patch, act strange, non-essential behavioral patterns. Backstage, confidential, you know where to find me when I finally arrive. Blind from crying, the pain reminds me I'm alive. My head's in a state because I can't wait till game time, and I'm famous for MC and cutting at the same time. None can work it like the one-man circus sideshow. Some guy tried but he died though. The 1 decimal, 6'5", the undressable, buck naked, the heaviest, the meanest. Some get envious because of the penis.
Days in the maze when they hear the three-dimensional lyrical skills. Days in the maze when they hear the three-dimensional. Days in the maze when they hear the three-dimensional skills. Days
felt kind of loose. With the fight with the man-wolf. Somehow it released all my tensions, worked out all my anger. Almost. I can dig the world.
I think so. It was Man Overboard.
Do you know what little boys are made of? Frogs and snails and puppy dogs' tails. That's what little boys are made of.
There's nothing more life-affirming than getting the shit kicked out of you. I know with my heart. You can buck the system, but you can't buck the dark forces that lie hidden beneath the surface. And what some people call superstitions. Howling banshees, black cats, hats on beds, dogs and the evil eye. So I relaxed and gave in to the notion that for the very first time in my life, I knew exactly what was going to happen next.
Same measure of marvel in heaven as it is on earth, because extraordinary happenings are commonplace in the promised land, so the precedent is modified. God itself decides that phenomena fairly fantastic in nature happen very rarely by standards set by the practicing masters of the spectacular arts of paradise. As I strode aimless on the edges of Sacrament one day, I wasn't looking and died by accident with sugar on my tongue and a breeze in each armpit. I descended to heaven cross-legged by magic carpet, carried along through tunnels by the flow waves. I met the soul with the role of issuing halos. His name was Aurora, one-time bet maker. Everything he said he sang like Chet Baker. He explained the significance of the halo's intentions, the way that each increment of its dimensions bore a correlation to the core of your essence, with factors including the learning of lessons. Things that matter the most to your being reflect and direct to the gleam that you're seeing. Overall size, particle density, as it corresponds to emission intensity. Well over 400 factors with gradients come into play with each new halo's radiance. With congratulations and repeating my name, he also assured me that no two are the same. It allows you a glimpse into each person's spirit without even having to come anywhere near it. So with Halo in place and my thankfulness pledged, my resident status in heaven was full-fledged. Riding a teeter-totter with God, I fell asleep with my feet in the water of a lake by a tree in a quiet little place where I could be by myself with the sun on my face. A little while later I awoke to a rumbling and opened my eyes to see a scene so humbling I couldn't quite catch my breath. My pulse doubled because the lake looked like it boiled as it bubbled, but instead of scalding my skin it was soothing, and it felt like only my imagination was melting and trickling into pools of fluid intuition intuition. My own eyes surrendered and rapture found its purpose as beautiful harmonies danced on the surface. Abstract shapes of all colors first did a dance and then floated when each bubble bursted. Literally billions of magnificent things would quake and quiver on top of the lake. I glanced left and right to see if maybe anyone else was dreaming this dream. When I turned all the way with my back to the specter, I saw there an angel in the form of perfection. I felt paralyzed and my voice tried to hide. She glided and just moved her hips side to side without moving her feet, her hand held out in front of her, calm and collected my hopes in her palm. The closer she came and something about her, the most soothing sound grew louder and louder. Intense pleasure ran the length of my spine as I pulled her towards me with the strength of my mind. When our hands finally touched, she told me she loved me, and then the shapes from the lake filled the whole sky above me. Instead of our tongues, we spoke with our eyes, while music and color pulsed from the sky.
It shines. Our edges are dreams running lengthwise. Our secret wishes flutter in light years. We fashion inferences into sky shapes together. You are the space between my exhales. Our way of understanding is eyes closed navigation. We twist slivers of unconsciousness into sacrament. Ghosts waltz around our backs. Our ideas converge to form corners to hide in.
Quicker than dreams, we traded our charms and then spent eternity in each other's arms. It was a miracle in heaven. You could see it and hear it everywhere. The synthesis of two souls and one spirit. Our halos were the exact same size. strange reason your nose is growing, my skin is crawling. Everybody's chin is falling, jaws are dropping left and right. Lost cause you came like a thief in the night, with nice white teeth and a tight ass and long conversation. Fascinating feeling to spend months in your company. I never felt uncomfortable, even with my clothes off. Chilling so hard my ass almost froze off. Everybody shows off and wants to look presentable, but the fact of the matter is that accidents are preventable. From the sound of the candy wrappers down to the handicappers, everybody's got to exercise a little caution. But every so often expect things to get hectic or technically difficult, and I begin to get skeptical, especially when the Canadian bacon gets sizzling. Isn't it a sin when the ceiling is invisible? We need new inventions that reveal people's true intentions. A portable pride protector, affordable lie detector. The wild lifestyle has the tendency to intimidate, but it isn't your invitation to imitate in front of my face. You spoke my gospel like an apostle, but on the other side of town you got coke in your nostril. Just for example, we all wanna live a bit. Whatever, it's your body of water, why should I give a shit? Who are you anyway, and where did you come from? Dumb, just when I thought I could trust someone, the mask comes off and your face fades away. You radiate 88 full shades of gray. Who are you anyway, and where did you come from? Dumb, just when I thought I could trust someone, the mask comes off and your face fades away. You radiate 88 full shades of gray. Black and white rainbow, you know you ain't acting right. Game show hostess, stabbing every back in sight. Ooh, the time is coming, thick in the blood, and make no mistake, I'm a stick in the mud. I'm a kick in your pants, and I'm a lump in your throat, and I'm the hassle in your castle, I'm a jump in your moat. Splash, hypocritical condition, the hospital makes this mission impossible. Pretty much I got no patience left, and as a physician or doctor, it puts me in an awkward position. No magician can trick me or lick me with a cattle whip. So who makes you think that you can sink my battleship? Nah, we ain't family drama queen. The camera's rolling, show me your swollen memories before the moment stolen. Slow motion Picasso, wearing the wool socks and coming with the full clip. I'm sick of this bullshit. Who are you anyway, and where did you come from? Dumb, just when I thought I could trust someone, the mask comes off and your face fades away, and you radiate 88 full shades of gray. Who are you anyway, and where did you come from? Dumb, just when I thought I could trust someone, the mask comes off and your face fades away, and you radiate 88 full shades of gray. well, just because of the look in your eyes. Caught in the headlights, wow, captured and barricaded. Save your breath, I don't really wanna be serenaded. Objects in the mirror, closer than they appear, and it's awful and ugly, but the shoe fits snugly now. Pull up your pissy pantsy and walk for a mile, or else if you want, we can talk for a while. But you know what I'm gonna say, stop hiding medicine and just try for once to be a law-abiding citizen. Your state of mind is way behind, completely overpowered by the flower you devoured. Made you nothing but a coward snowman. You're like a professional intense loser, riding shotgun in a special events cruiser, wearing short pants and V-necks, pockets full of Kleenex, running the roads, never knowing where you're gonna be next. Tipping the scales instead of clipping your nails, freak sounding like a street owl, wearing a beach towel. What's worse, being initially antisocial or else artificially emotional? I don't know, ham sandwich can't manage without a little sugar cane, booger monster. You're begging for brain damage, you can't be my friend if you play in the dirt, and it's your own damn fault if you end up getting hurt. I'm 2 times stronger on half of the power, so clean up your act and take a bath or a shower, cause you can't be my friend if you play in the dirt, and it's your own damn fault if you end up getting hurt. I'm 2 times stronger on half of the power, so clean up your act and take a bath or a shower. The high plains drifter constantly complains about backaches and migraines. Half-baked weightlifter, hot air balloon pilot, backwoods bullfighter. Fasten your seatbelts, all nasal passengers. Red-nosed residents all ready for liftoff. So take a deep breath, you say goodnight and then drift off. But you're being followed by old ghosts and funny goblins, haunted by hunger pains, bad luck and money problems. Vacuum cleaner, 4 in the morning, you go fast. Storm warning in effect, in fact you got no class. Analog leprechaun living in the land of Oz. Bad news, bare skin, salt water, Santa Claus, forklift operator, addicted to bee stings, allergic to free things, and women in G-strings. Never been the kind of guy to try to fly, so I deny the fact that you're weak, and we don't see eye to eye, and you can't be my friend if you're playing the dirt, and it's your own damn fault if you end up getting hurt. I'm 2 times stronger on half of the power, so clean up your act and take a bath or a shower, cause you can't be my friend if you're playing the dirt, and it's your own damn fault if you end up getting hurt. I'm 2 times stronger on half of the power, so clean up your act and take a bath or a shower.